Hello, this is this is Ken Langella with our week 14 assignment. We have some games to review, and I've already done my remix of a game, which will be following this video. I will show you in full detail. We'll start off with Passage here. Okay, Passage is a 100 by 16 pixel game. It's a 2-axis scroller. Okay, the player is basically required. Time in this game is represented. There is a 5-minute total timer. But the game time is represented pretty much by the actions of a full life cycle. Basically, from what I've seen, you get to meet a person and you kind of travel through life together, going through what looks like to be neighborhoods or something along those lines. The room on your map is very small. The space is represented in just a very, very tight confines within just you and the person that you meet. Time is also represented in another unusual way, a real life sort of way, and I think that's what makes this game unusual. It has represented the players age and grow old as they're running through in their 5-minute total timer this walk of life. Okay, so that's kind of where that goes. Space is supported through a very small window, of course, that the player can move around in, and the area they move is represented by, like I said, like a neighborhood-looking environment. So very, very interesting concepts of time and space are being applied here, and I can understand why you wanted us to look into this. The End of Us is the next game. This game does practically play itself. Basically, what you have here is a meteor which scrolls through space. You can steer it right or left, and you can bump into other meteors, jarring their movement path. The time that I played, you do have a timer as your meteor approaches Earth. Pretty much that's it. That's the end of your time. The space of the environment is represented by a small window, of course, with the meteor scrolling pretty much top to bottom. Your feedback here comes in small doses as you plunge towards Earth, banging into that other little meteor. Time in this game it represents the end. Its time is more literal in this sense. When it's the end, it's the end. You are dead. The planet is dead. So I do like it. This is another really interesting take on time. These different sort of takes, I think, help to give these games, which would be kind of more of a basic, simple, you wouldn't really even look at it twice game, more depth, more meaning, more of there's actually something going on here. Anyways, no matter how negative it is, of course, when your meteor reaches the Earth, it explodes, and that is your feedback. Okay, let's go into game 3 here, The Plan. This is another game that kind of does play itself. Your path is very set and it's very linear. You play a little fly and you kind of go up through the woods at night to try to reach heaven for whatever reason. Perhaps you like it in heaven if you're a fly. But I don't know. Anyway, so you're flying about. You do have, it is a 2-axis scroller. You can go north, south, east, west. You can go, pretty much wherever you want. You float around as this fly with your goal pretty much looking like it's to get as high as you possibly can and maybe reach heaven. Okay, space in this environment is represented, like I said, with a 2-axis scroller, but it's not unlimited. There are very much boundaries to your right and to your left. Time is also represented in the life cycle of the fly as it ascends up into the heavens. So time here is more of an idea than an activity. Okay, feedback is achieved by getting, of course, into your little fly heaven. Okay, it looks like I'm running low on time myself. All right, let's cover this last game, Time Frame. This is an FPS, basically. Once again, time is controlled. Time is controlled because there's a meteor headed to your planet, and you start to see it after roaming around for not a very long time. Okay, I assume that's a meteor because it's the way that it looks. It looks like it's going to be a meteor. Anyways, this world does require a player. You've got a lot of hands-on choices in this world to navigate it. Here, time here is more like actual time, but sped up to better represent the cycles of the environment around you. They seem to do this in a lot of these type of games quite often. Space here is wide open, and you can explore in any direction you like. Feedback comes by way of, I guess, the visual pleasure that you get from exploring this world, and by the final end game, you're dead, when the meteor hits. And the space in this environment is more of a wide open thing. You can go anywhere you want in the time that it takes this meteor to reach Earth and blow you up. So, basically you've got time represented in a literal sense in many of these games that we reviewed today. And because of that, we've got kind of a whole new idea and gives us some very fresh and new ideas of what we can do and the directions we can take our own games. Have a great week, guys. This is Ken signing off for week 14. Bye now. Hello, this is Ken Langella for week 13, remixing a Class Mix project, and we'll get right into it. Saying I've got to cover some other things after this. Okay, this is the project of the classmate, and she's got kind of a pizza game thing going on here. Let me see if I can find my character so I can make it easier. Where is this guy here? Goodness, okay. Oh, he's up here. Alright, so we'll put him down here. And let's look at this stuff, some of this stuff down here. That's actually his ground check. Okay. So what she's got so far here is kind of a cool little... I'm not really sure what this background is, but I like her background music. It's kind of a platform scroller. You kind of hit rock bottom here down by the end, and you can fall through the world, which of course stops the game. Let's get back in here. Anyways, so yeah, what she's got here is kind of a neat little, kind of a nifty little thing going on. I liked this mainly because it was a Unity project, to be perfectly honest with you. I wanted to remix a Unity project, so anyway, so without further ado, here are my additions. This is the direction I went. I mean, I really like the direction that she went, or he, whoever, I'm not sure who did this, but whoever made this actually did kind of a cool and very artistic way. Don't say. This is my version here, and what I've done is I've kind of gone with a fantasy sort of take overall here. I've left her original character in the game, which is down here, but I've added a few things. You know, I've added this monster, because I think you should always have monsters that need to kill you here, and this tree. Actually, let me get back to my monster here. Let's put him here, and then you got this tree here, and then I've added the different types of platforms, and then these new trees right and left. Here, let me get this scrolled over and show you kind of the totality of it all. So in my Pizza Queen game, pretty much, it's set in a fantasy world with creatures like this who can kill you, and lots of platforms, and you have to try to deliver, apparently, up to this treehouse, which, whoops, looks like I have a Pizza Queen windscreen thing that I need to fix here. Get out of there. Okay. So anyway, so, yeah, this treehouse here. And so what you want to pretty much do is get up to the treehouse in any way you possibly can and deliver this pizza. And what I've done is I've made it not easy on you, okay? But another thing I've done is she has a really high jump rate set on the dude, so I figured I'd leave that on there because, you know, why not? Why shouldn't he be able to jump high? He's got to get up into this tree and deliver pizzas, for God's sakes. So anyways, so let me jump around in it for a little while, show you that everything is working with my remix, and then, yeah, see what I mean about this jumping? This guy, I mean, he can go. Anyway, so everything's working. I like to see the background here as we fall to what would be our certain death, but I've added another layer to the ground underneath my spider here that I can run along. Okay, and it kind of moves and gives us kind of a cool little sort of tiling effect. That's down here, and that's just this. I've shown you guys this on my other version of my games. Okay. So yeah, so that's my remix. I just wanted to show you guys what I've done. Once again, this is Ken remixing a classmates project, and soon, immediately following this, will be my video with my answering of the questions. Once again, I've just made a treehouse pizza place, and I've added a fantasy ground with bad guys and everything. So that's just kind of the way I am. Nothing personal. I really liked your original version of your game. Anyways, have a great week, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.